So what are you more concerned about? Monitoring activities or monitoring the performance, the results at the end of the quarter or the end of the month or the week? In other words, if we monitor our activities, that means we're going to monitor what salespeople are doing on a daily to know how many calls they made, how many new customers were actually acquired, maybe even how many meetings were set up, how many presentations are actually done. And if we actually look at presentations that were actually done, how many of those led to actual sales or referrals? We're going to monitor what are the salespeople are doing on a daily basis. That's what we're going to track. We're going to track those parameters, those numbers. Again, focusing on the activities is fine because at the end, if we have the right activities, that's going to drive the performance and the results. But again, another management style may be that you don't really care. You don't want to monitor activities, right? You really just care about the quarter, the end of the week, or the end of the month. That's what you care about, the number, okay? So you get the idea? There's two different orientations here. And I want you to be able to ask yourselves, as you're building your sales culture, as you're defining your sales culture, what is it that you actually want to do? Do you want to monitor the activities, or do you just want to care about the number at the end of the month, the quarter, or the week? Now, there's pros and cons to both. Let me walk through them with you, okay? The pros here is that you get to monitor the activities, right? You get to define the activities as the salespeople are doing. The con side is that they just stick to those activities and don't think outside the box or thinking about creative ways to be able to sell more. Now let's look at the other side about the results. The pro is that basically you care about the results, and how they get there you don't care. The con is that there may be certain salespeople that they don't have the discipline to actually do what they have to do to be able to hit those numbers, and you might have a higher turnover rate. So begin to think about this. Do you want to monitor activity, or do you care about just the results and the numbers? Which one is it? So I want you to be able to write down at this very moment, make a decision. Again, we're going to talk about how you strongly feel about that decision towards the end of this video series. So let's go ahead and move on to the next dimension in the framework of developing that sales culture.